Good morning. I just want to welcome you to Computer Network Total Care, and I want to explain to you a little bit about how our Total Care program works. One of the key elements in our Total Care program is the ability for you to quickly recover your company, whether that's a single server or an outage of your entire site due to an internet connectivity problem, could be power, could be a man-made or natural disaster. So keep all that in mind. What I'm going to go over this morning with you is how the BDR works, and BDR stands for Backup and Disaster Recovery. Alright, so let's look at a typical customer site. Over here we have a typical site which have a small biz server, potentially would have a remote access server, and then you have a database or a key system in your company. A lot of folks, if it's a legal firm, they might have a practice management system. And that's critical to your business, so you would have that on a separate box. It depends on whether you're in production of manufacturing equipment or exactly what your business does. But if you have a database, whether it's your accounting database or it's a database you use for production or quality control, really doesn't matter. This is a real typical scenario for a company of less than 100 employees. You would have a small biz server which can accommodate up to 75 users. Then you'd have a database server, which you could have that set up for IP access and have just unlimited connections. So you would have your in-house staff could be as high as 75, but your outside staff that would be out here on the internet, they could be in the hundreds. So just keep that in mind when you're planning and strategy of your business. And if you need more help in that area, I'd be happy to help you. Okay, so let's just take a look at all the components that make up our backup and disaster recovery solution. And the most critical piece is our device. We call it an appliance. It's called a BDR. That stands for Backup and Disaster Recovery. Now what that box gives you the ability to, if you'll see, there's some heavy lines there that are inside connecting the BDR to each one of the servers. And we're doing this all through the network, and this is all just logical so you can understand what's happening. So don't think that, oh, I need a separate cable, because you don't. Then you've got each one of these servers are communicating with my little squiggly line here up through your security device, or typically a firewall, whether it's Cisco, Sonic Wall, Juniper. It doesn't really matter what device you're using, whether Netgear, it doesn't really matter. It's just a security appliance to protect your business from the evil empire. And if you can't physically go put your hand on the firewall, you should call us and we'll help you get it set up. It's not hard. Now we've got the internet cloud. Now what's on the other side of the internet cloud? Well, we have our data center. And the data center, I just wrote one here, but this is a clustered data center, and it could be 2 or more data centers that are actually synchronizing data that you put your precious servers in the background. So let's take this from the beginning. We set up the BDR, we get it connected to all your servers, we take that data and we back it up every 15 minutes. So you get 96 backups every day. And then we take that backup and we crunch it down every 4 hours, and then we crunch it down again every 12 hours, and then at the end of the day, at 24 hours, we crunch it down for a final compression. We encrypt the data all the time, and then we pipe that data to the other side. And it sits in the virtual environment up here ready to go. If you needed to virtualize, or if you want to set up a lab environment for your critical database down here, say you're getting ready to do an update, and you're like, I don't know, man, what's the implications? What's going to happen if I update that database? Well, you can do a test, a lab environment, fire up the virtual server up here, and do the update up here. And if it doesn't go good, no problem. Your production environment's still working. And you can move as many workstations as you want up into the virtual cloud as well. So you might have payroll down here, and you might have some of the owners, laptops, your salespeople that go on the road. Doesn't really matter. All that can be packaged up, put onto the BDR, so it's local. So if you had to virtualize locally, it's fast. That's an important piece that you want to think about. A lot of people just selling space on the internet. It has to be managed properly. We've been doing this since 1998. We have been doing this particular process of a backup and disaster recovery, and we have successfully recovered several companies from major outages. So we have got this down, and we know this works. If you need further details about how it functions and what your options are, please give us a call. Again, this is Computer Network Total Care. We totally take care of your network for you, and we can help make recommendations based on informed decisions and best-in-class products that we are testing all the time. Thanks. Have a great day. This is Roger Swanson with Computer Network Total Care.